America's first steam locomotive was created in 1830, 2 decades after the railroad tracks linked many East Coast cities together, creating transportation for people, goods, and resources. In a short time, the West Coast followed with plans of making a transcontinental railroad. Pioneers and immigrants traveled west for a new life and a new start. Building a railroad created abundant jobs for those people for many years. U.S. history defines the Transcontinental Railroad as linking the East Coast railroads with the Western systems. On August 4, 1852, the Sacramento Valley Railroad was in the process of adopting plans for the first railroad in the West Coast. The first iron rails were planted into the ground on August 9th. 8 days later, the first test run happened with a 3-cart locomotive. By the end of September 1855, the Patterson Station was completed. In 1899, the Central Valley had its first train station. That train station was in Fresno, the Santa Fe train station. This now resides in downtown Fresno at 2650 Tulare Street. Over 1.5 centuries later, California is thinking larger. The California High-Speed Rail is planning to build its very first high-speed system in the nation. This project is expected to be completed by 2029. Demolition and construction has already started for over a year now, creating jobs for the California economy. It will continue to do so for the next 14 years, just like the Transcontinental Railroad did in 1850 until the 1900s. The government of California plan behind the project was to make less of interstate traffic as well as commercial short-haul flights. Did you know that $187 billion of lost time and wasted fuel from cars comes out of the state's economy? Also, did you know that the California short-haul flights are expected to have 1 out of 4 flights to be delayed by 1 to 2 hours? The high-speed railroad is projected to extend from San Diego to Sacramento, giving the people and visitors of California enough time to travel from large city to large city. Speeds of these trains are predicted to reach 200 miles per hour. An example of travel time would be Los Angeles to San Francisco Basin in a matter of 3 hours. The California High-Speed Rail wants to be the most